about it. What's going on in the church? Yeah, we talk about it. How to make money? Yeah, we talk about it. Facebook, yeah, yeah. IG, Twitter, wherever else. Ooh, it's really you can catch CEOs. What can you see? Talking about the hot topics, my girl. Talking about the hot topics.
Y'all, because it's saying my mic not on. So listen, good evening. I am here tonight. I got a great show. I think I got a great show for you. I knew I got a great show. I got some people that's going to jump in and do some church checking and announcements. We do have Derek Stubbs out of the Grand Bahamas, but he's having problems getting on. So until then, I'm going to just talk to y'all and do a couple church announcements and some check-ins. Want to give a shout out to my boy Michael Lee, who's home resting and recovering from surgery about 6 months ago. Shout out to you, Micah. We know you got some great things coming up, and we're looking forward to you getting better. Now, some of y'all say, why do I play the Hot Topics show on the Keep It Real in the Gospel show? Because I love it. If you listen to say it all in the church. So both are being played. So tonight, like I said, we got some great people that's going to jump on and tell you about some things that is going on in the community, some events. And let me just share this with y'all. Give me a second because I'm maneuvering. Listen. The lunch on me code, let me correct that because I didn't do that right, just rushing. The lunch on me code tonight is exposure. The lunch on me code tonight is exposure. So anyone that knows that if you put the lunch on me code, I buy you lunch tomorrow. Lunch is on me. It's only $10. It ain't much, but little is much, they say in the Bible. So again, if you put lunch on me as hashtag lunch on me into the comments, we do a drawing at the end of the show, and you can win lunch on me. So just run over there, put lunch on me, and exposure, hashtag exposure, and you can be a possible winner for the lunch on me. But listen, without further ado, because I found out that Thursday nights are Bible study night, and all of the pastors, preachers, and ministers be in Bible study. So what I want to do is, without further ado, I want to bring my first guest on to talk about an event that he has going on next week.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Congratulations on another successful year of from education. I know everybody probably say he look young. You do look young. You're young at heart and you're young in the ministry. So congratulations on the successful year of dealing with our children. So we want to thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you got this great show event that's coming up on Juneteenth. Tell us a little about it so that we can get some people over and maybe get a couple more vendors.
Okay, awesome. Yes, so we are having our first Juneteenth festival. It'll be hosted by our youth and young adults at my church, which is Brown's Temple in Pompano Beach, Florida. And as you stated, it will be on June 19th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And on that day, right now, we have 20 plus vendors. We have music. We have games for the kids. We have a fitness class by Right Way Fitness. We have music by DJ Mike, a performance by Zeus, and we have a lot of other activities and different things that will be taking place on that day. And it is a free event. So we want to make sure that we want to bring out the community. You can tell your family, your friends, whoever. Again, this is a free event, and we'll be giving out some cash giveaways on that day as well. So we want to bring everybody out on that day. It's going to be awesome. I promise you.
All right, so we do have the flyers, so we want to make sure that we are being visual today. The flyers here, and it's a Juneteenth celebration again. It is next Saturday from the hours of, I'm sorry, I can't see that far. The screen's over there. My apologies. I think that's 10 to 3, right?
Yes, correct. 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we got some great vendors that have already signed up. They're going to come out and give you some great things. One of my favorite vendors, which is Jesus in the Trenches, they'll be there, and some other friends of them. Can you run down a couple of the vendors that's going to possibly hang out with us?
Oh, we have Always Sip Pretty. We have Legacy Candles, Strawberry Boutique, Lemonade Man, as you stated, Jesus in the Trenches, Bell's Customs Designs. We have Marquita's Soul Food, We have inspirational yours, and we have all types of different things that'll be sold on that day. So like I said, come out, bring some cash, because we want to patronize our Black vendors, and we really want to push our Black businesses on that day, especially talking about Juneteenth. We have so many people, they don't understand or know what Juneteenth is because it was overlooked for so long. So we really want to push it and, get it out there so people understand exactly what it is.
Okay. So again, we want to welcome. We want to listen. I need you guys. There are a lot of Juneteenth celebrations that's going on in the area. So a lot of people are calling up, "Hey, can you announce my event?" And I'm going to do that. But I want to let you know that this is in the city of Pompano Beach. So if you're in the city of Pompano Beach, Deerfield, Pompano, Delray, I don't think Delray's doing anything this year. Delray, Boca. Listen, I need you guys to come out, hang out with Brown's Temple, and they be having church, y'all. They be having church. They be
Indeed, for sure.
having church. So we
Uh-huh.
want to make sure that you come out and patronize. Now, I know half of these vendors. I know Marquita. I know that her and her husband Jesse. Um, they're gonna bring out the hibachi grill, and they're gonna have
Mhm.
chicken wings and everything. So
Mhm.
I urge you guys to come out, support the vendors, support us. So listen, 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Give them the address
Yeah.
again because we want to make sure that they are hanging out with you on this day.
All right, again, it'll be on June 19th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And the address is 1081 North Powerline Road in Pompano Beach, Florida, 33069. And if anybody would like to be a vendor, you can just reach out to me via Facebook at Shedrick Magali Jr. And I promise you'll be able to find me. But again, I promise you don't want to miss it. We have a free fitness class. This class is second to none with this particular trainer. So you want to make sure that you are there and make sure that you participate. And like I said, you may just be one of the lucky winners to win a cash giveaway. We all like money. We all like free money. So therefore, make sure you come out and you can be one of the lucky winners on that day.
All right, so do me a favor. Also, shout out your church and your pastor for me.
All right. Yes, I want to shout out Brown's Temple Fire Baptized Holiness Church in Pompano Beach, Florida, where our senior pastor is Dr. Henry L. Brown III, who is also a recording artist as well. So pick up his song single, I Am Strong, on all media outlets. But again, thank you for this space and this opportunity.
Thank you, and you have a great evening. And I look forward to seeing you. You may see me and turn your head, and I may be gone, but I will stop by.
All right. Thanks so much. Thank
You
you.
have a great one. Good night. So listen, guys. I guess that I'm at to fill the van up because so many events are going on that day. So many events are going on that day. This is one of the events that started the Juneteenth celebration. Anybody know that Juneteenth is a big holiday? I remember back in the day, no one knew what it was. I normally would do an event in the city of Delray Beach, but because of the pandemic, I'm not doing one this year. I'll probably be back next year doing it. So again, we want to send a shout out to Browns Temple. Listen, I want to send a shout out to my church. Wait, my virtual church. So I have a virtual church, and it's Open Arms Deliverance Center. Pastor Henry L. Goodwin and First Lady Belinda Goodwin. They're walking in royalty. They're Open Arms Deliverance Center at 3835 North Andrews Avenue in Oakland Park, Florida. The zip code is 33309, 33309. Their phone number is 954-865-7311. Again, that's 954-865-7311. It says, we are a church for all people at Open Arms. We are love, where love is what we do. Weekly services is Wednesday, Bible study at 7 p.m. Sundays is Sunday school at 8:45. Worship services at 9:45. So listen, this is my virtual church. Y'all hear me say virtual because I am a member of New Jerusalem Church of God in Christ under the leadership of the late, great Herbert L. Young. But this is my virtual church. I attend every Sunday via online. And I took their fan last Sunday. So I want to let y'all know I took their fan. But to God be the glory. To God be the glory. So listen, we're having a little technical difficulty getting Derek Stubbs in. But I'm going to tell you who I do have. And I want y'all to hold on to y'all seats. Because I don't even know how to introduce her because she's like one of my favorites. I met her 2 years ago, I think it was, at Atlanta at the award show. And I watch her. She do the Texas check-in. I'm like, I want to check in. I ain't from Texas, but I want to check in too. I still want to check in. And then she like, oh, I'm playing all the latest hits from the. I'm like, but I want to check in. So again, we and I watch her, and she's awesome. I listen to her on Clubhouse. She is. Listen, I'm gonna let her explain who she is and what she do because she's in, and here she is, Emma.
Hey. I love it. I love it.
Listen, listen. We have to celebrate. We have to celebrate each other. I always tell people that we have to celebrate each other, not only
Yeah.
because we're women and not only because we're black. It's because we're in the industry, gospel industry all together. And I think that
Yeah.
if we all work together as a force, this would be a forceful industry. But I
Come
have to
on.
celebrate you. I have to celebrate you because you are doing so much in the kingdom. And I love your show. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself and you tell everybody who you are, where
No.
you from.
You good. You good. Well, listen, I am excited just to be here today. Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity to talk to all of your, your fans, your listeners, your supporters. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Amber Shaw. I am a radio personality from Houston, Texas. I have a morning show Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, entitled New Day with Amber Shaw. If you love gospel music, I encourage you to tune in. Listen, I play some great gospel music in the morning. Y'all really don't want to get up early in the morning, but you got to get your coins. Listen, because if you don't have your coins, you can't really, matriculate through the universe and do what you need to do. So we start that thing off dark and early in the morning. I invite you guys out, 1230 kcoh.com. You can listen on your phone, your desktop, wherever. So you don't have to be in Houston. But listen, I'm just happy to be here. I'm a radio personality. I do some other stuff too, but I don't know how far you want me to go. We might need to talk about some of that stuff later on, but that's at the top of the list, radio personality.
Now listen, I how the pandemic changed the world for all of us.
Yeah.
And it was just so hard maneuvering and getting used to everything we had to do. But it was a blessing and a curse at the same time because so many things came up. I remember that when I first started using this software was way before the pandemic, and
Okay.
everybody would laugh at me because I had started doing birthday parties this way. So one of my
Oh,
friends back in July, I think it was 2019, I did a birthday. I said, listen, I want to do a birthday and I want to bring you on and let people say happy birthday. They thought I was crazy. They was like laughing at me. It was July because it was her birthday. And I said, I want to bring people on and say happy birthday because I had just started. StreamYard was a couple months old and I had started as a beta tester. And I said, I want to try it. I had been paying for it for a couple months.
mm-hmm.
And I said, I want to try it. It was July, from like January to July. And lo and behold, look at now. That's how we're celebrating
The way of
birthdays.
the
But they
world.
laughed at me. They laughed at me, Amber, when I brought everybody in and I was like saying, say happy birthday, Sylvia. And she's like, oh my God, Ken, this is the dumbest thing ever. And she's on the screen at her house. I'm on the screen at my house. And she's like, we're doing this is so dumb. We could have just went live together. I was like, no, I want to try this out. Lo and behold,
Yeah.
February,
Yeah.
February 2020 comes and they're like, hey, the world is shutting down. So everything went to this and everything had to change. And I watch you swiftly move right into this. It was you swiftly move
Well,
right into this.
So we were already doing Facebook Live. We were already doing Facebook Live. Of course, prior to that was what Periscope and one other thing. I can't remember what Periscope I remember. And then there's Facebook Live, and then Instagram. Did their live, but in a space of pandemic, you need a little bit more than the options and what is provided with those specific social media platforms. So yeah, it's one of those things where we've seen church evolve. We've seen work evolve. We've seen companies, that have taken their face to face, in person workforce and be like, okay, listen, it's a pandemic. A whole bunch of y'all can't be in one space at the same time. Listen, we're going to get some workstations. And, we can still check in. We can still be big brother and we can still check on y'all at home because you got to use your laptop that's hooked up to the docking station. They got all the software. So, the pandemic has definitely taught us that the way that we lived, it it can be changed and it can change for the better. I think that there's been some good lessons that have come from the pandemic. People think, oh, it's the pandemic, all things bad. But listen, there are people that are receiving blessings in this pandemic. There are people like StreamYard who originally beta testing doing their thing. Who would have thunk that a pandemic would happen and you, me, your viewers, everybody across the country would use a platform like StreamYard. And then there are the others that are, equal to a StreamYard. So yeah, listen, the pandemic has taught us a lot, and quiet is kept. I like it, me personally, not the pandemic. I like the virtual aspect of things. So shifting my show, which I still do it live. I still do my show live. I live literally just a few exits from the radio station. So it wasn't a lot for me to commute back and forth. But as far as the virtual show that I do on Thursdays, that was actually birthed out of the pandemic because they didn't want extra people in the studio. So we had to figure out how we were going to do that thing, and it's been going pretty good. You've seen the show, so listen, you know how it is.
Listen, I watch religiously, and I know I'm not. And tell them where you from. Tell them. I know you said the New Day, but tell them where you from.
Me,
Yeah.
I'm from Houston.
Yeah, they say everything's big in Texas. I don't
In
eat steak
Texas,
no more.
right? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I don't eat
definitely.
steak no more. And everybody keeps saying, Kenya, when you come to Texas, you got to get the steak. I say, but I don't eat red meat or pork no more. So when
Okay.
I come to Texas, I guess I just have to eat the baked potato because I don't.
We'll find something else for you to eat. I mean, if you want a baked potato, we'll go get you look a tater. Like we'll get you a baked potato, but no.
Yeah, but yeah, the
But
steak. So,
turkey leg, we'll get you a turkey leg. We'll get you a
ooh,
big turkey leg. How about from the
oh
yeah,
man,
uh-huh, uh-huh.
yeah, we have to do that. So okay, so the I want to congratulate you also on joining the gym.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I am a proud member of the gym. I birthed out the alliance,
Yeah.
and I am the bishop's headache.
No, don't be a headache to the bishop.
No, no, I have to. I'm the bishop's headache. He don't even like to call me. He like, I don't even want to call you little girl because it's like
Oh my God.
I'm that baby pit bull. So he's like, oh my God, Kenya. Okay, Kenya. Okay, Kenya. So I just want to welcome you. I
Thank you.
had the pleasure of being at the launch in Tennessee. It was a wonderful day. So much family, like family. And when I saw that you were joining, I said, you better go, girl. Look at you. So
So when you say Tennessee, in the one at the church in Nashville?
yes.
Oh, I was there too.
Yeah, no, I know because we were at the
Okay.
Doves. We
Yeah,
were
yeah.
at the Doves, so we all went to the Doves. And
Yes.
when I met you at the Spin Awards, which was to me that changed my life.
Okay.
And I hate to say I've been in this industry now 10 years, in the promoter business for 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
and that literally changed my life because I was able to come in contact with so many announcers, build relationships, and I'm sitting around looking at you guys like, oh, I'm starstruck, and they're like, "Hey, how you? You don't have a clue who I am.
Yeah.
You guys never treated me like, who is this girl? You guys were like, what radio station you from? Like, I'm from KRTG Radio. All right, yeah, let's take a picture. So it was like
Yeah.
you in the room and you're like starstruck because you see all of these radio announcers you hear on the radio. You see all these radio announcers that you see on Facebook, and then you
Mm-hmm.
get to meet them personally. So to me, it was just like I didn't know. I was just amazed, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's Elmer Shaw. That's this dude. That's this person." And I, I was
I totally get
just
it. I get it. No, trust me. I mean, I get it. And I love the award shows. So now that the world is opening back up, I'm excited to get out there and do some things and get to the Spin Awards again and things like that. But for me, it's equally the same thing. I remember being at the Stellas a couple of years ago, and we're at this event, and it's going good. I was there with one of my clients at the time, and he had a single that released that Friday night, so we were there to push that and all of that kind of stuff. And we're at this event, and in walks one of the ladies that I was like, oh my gosh, and I'll say her name, it's Randy Miles from Detroit, Michigan. And so I see her walk in, and literally I stopped everything. I was in mid conversation and I was like, I'll be right back, give me a little bit. I was like, what's wrong? I was like, no, 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 there's nothing wrong. But to have always seen her on social media and to be able to catch snippets of her show, but to see her walk in live and live in color was just like, yeah, it was like mind blowing for me. So, and then, and but everybody doesn't get a chance to see everybody. Everybody doesn't know everybody. But for those that go to the award shows, I encourage all radio, whether you've been in it for 30 plus years or not, to get out, because it's not only about the radio announcers. You get a chance to meet the artists. You get a chance
Right.
to meet up and coming artists, and it's not always independent artists. These award shows are, having A-listers, however you want to classify it, mainstream artists, because they are part of these platforms as well. So listen, I appreciate everything that you said, but listen, I feel the same way about people. So
Yeah. And I seen, let me tell you, one day Radio Robin clicked in onto one of my lives. And I forgot I was listen, I totally lost it. I went back and watched that video. I was like, oh my God, what just happened here? I literally lost it because I was like, wait a minute, that's Radio
yeah,
Rock. Because
yeah,
I put because of StreamYard, I have to put the tablet here so that I can see who's
I
coming
got
on and man, let me tell you, when I saw her click in and then she commented, I think I virtually lost it. I think it was
you.
and everybody on my, a lot of people don't know, and this is the thing where I try to tell artists, it's so important to connect, tune into things like this, because you never
Yeah.
know. People that's listening might not even know who you are, but after today, they should know that. Listen, y'all get y'all music over to ABBA, because not only now let's just go here. Let's segue to this. Not only are you a radio announcer, you're also you're a programmer. Not you're a programmer,
Yeah.
and you're a radio servicer. Am I correct?
Yeah, correct. I am radio servicer, so that's the Amber Shaw Entertainment Group. And hey, I get your music to radio. That is that is the explanation in its simplest form. But yeah, I do radio servicing, do radio tracking for a couple of artists even right now. And so I do also. I actually have an internet station that is called the Bridge Radio dot online. So I have internet station as well. And then you mentioned the president of the Gen here for the Houston chapter. So I do a couple of different things. I do a lot of different stuff, and I still do consulting work for artists. And so trying to help them get to where they need to be. I'll tell anybody I don't know everything, but we can work together. We can figure that thing out. Kind of outsource it and get you to where you need to be. But in situations like this, whether it's on a StreamYard or Facebook Live, it's always great to connect with people. Relationships are what drive so many different things. And it's not just the gospel industry. Relationships just drive everything. Whether you are um, doing regular work. I don't even know what regular work. I don't know. Whatever you guys do, whether you are in finance, if you're in automotive, if you're in oil and gas, the relationships that you build with other people at those other companies are key, because you never know when you might need to move around. You never know, when you might need to kind of brainstorm. You may have an issue, but hey, I remember I met Kenya, 3 months ago, and we do the same type of job just for a different company. You might be able to bounce that whatever issue is off of Kenya, and she may have a solution for you. And then you don't spend another 12, 16 hours trying to, figure it out yourself. So relationships are key. Even myself being in radio, I've met some people, I've met radio, and, we have started to build lasting relationships. So if nothing else, you got to open your mouth. You can't just stand there and say, well, my music is good, it's going to go far. I'm not saying that it's not, but again, you have to help your music go far, and you just have to take the right path and stay humble, honestly.
That is so important. And again, I tell people I live here in South Florida. I wouldn't know Amber Shaw if I would not have walked through those doors. A lot of people don't understand that the sacrifice within this business is a sacrifice. Getting up and going to award shows. Now, listen, let me tell you something. I've been to award shows all over. I've been all over, but there's none that I can tell you that I've been with like the Spin Awards. Now, I love Tampa Bay because
Awesome.
that's our Stellas. But what I'm going to tell you about the Tampa Bay Gospel, the Spin Awards was, there was a room full of radio announcers. And you have to understand, this is the way to get your music out and the music heard. I tell people all the time, if you don't know radio announcers, if you don't have a relationship with them, because having a relationship can get you a little further. It's simply that, and a lot of people don't get it.
Well, so I've been in radio for, I think this is year number 9 for me. So, I mean, I grew up a preacher's kid and all of that kind of stuff. So I grew up in church. I grew up around music. But on this side of the table, it's definitely a little bit different. Being just a consumer of music is a lot different from literally working in it and being engrossed in it on a daily basis. You got music coming from this way, you got music coming from this way. You're learning the programming and the things that you need to do to effectively, facilitate, run a show, run a station, and things like that. But also, for me, somebody had to show me. I remember the very first time I went to the Stellars. One of the ladies who is a gospel recording artist here in the city, it was a group of us, and I went with them. I knew no one other than the people from Houston or whatever. And I think at that point I had met a couple of artists along the way. But as far as those people, the people that I needed to be connected to, I mean, she introduced me to so many people. It was just like, it was like, you need to know that person. You need to go introduce. I mean, and she was literally, you need to go introduce yourself to that person. You need to go. And it's just me. And, at the time I had red hair. So it's just like me, this redhead chick, just kind of meeting people. And I still, have relationships with many of them, if not all of them.
And that's the thing, people. And I tell this, and I say this about Pepe Hendricks. He was our local open the door person and to walk you to the person to say who you need to meet. And this is what I urge all artists that are listening, because I am streaming amongst 6 platforms. Woo! I want to say this to you guys, right? We're on Facebook. We're on the Facebook 2 groups. We're broadcasting live on Twitch, Periscope, and YouTube. Wow. So my numbers are all over the place. But I can say this to you, that you have to be able to walk through some doors in order to meet people. You got to build the strength up, because even with like Michael Lee, and Michael Lee just said, hi, Amber. Even with Michael Lee. So here it is, right? Even when I was there, I was so shy because everybody was lined up doing interviews. And there were really nobody to interview because there was no artist that was coming through the door. There was a couple that were ministering or performing that night. But this is the place that you need to be. If you ever want to save your coins, I ain't telling you not to go nowhere else. But if you ever want to save your coins and buy a flight and go to Priceline, is to go to the Spin Awards. And the reason why I tell you this is the Spin Awards is where there's people who spin your music come together. And I would not be able to sit in front of Amber Shaw today, who's in Texas, if I didn't say, you know what, I'm going to sacrifice this trip. I was telling Micah, he laughed at me because I'm real frugal, right? I get me a little bitty rental car. And even though I could stay, listen, the rental car be so small, he got to get his own rental car. He's like, I say, listen, Michael, I'm getting the smallest car they got. And they even say, man, we can upgrade you for $7. I say, no.
Kenya, you need to spend the $7. Kenya, look at me. Look at me. Right here, right here.
So here it is.
Spend the $7.
So let me just finish now, right? So here it is. Here it is, right? I travel like this. I get the smallest rental car. I stay at Red Roof. I got points, honey.
Okay.
Now, I stay at Red Roof, make sure it's a deluxe, and I pay $69.99. When I get there in my little rental car, I go to the grocery store, and I get me some peanut butter and jelly, some bread, and some turkey meat. So when we take that break, I go back to my hotel because it's right close. So listen, so Michael's like, oh my God, can you? And listen, I went to New York with him on a radio tour. And he's like, I said, Mike, I got $100. He was like, King, you came to New York with $100. And I would have came home with like all my money, but I paid for 2 Ubers. Other than that, Kenya will go, even if I go out to eat, I know how to eat. Yeah, I'm real frugal when it comes to money. Like, even I'll be like, I only spend $5 a day on me, you know. So I'm telling y'all, if y'all say y'all can't afford to do it, now I can afford to do it because my husband be like, Kenya, I'm not staying in Red Roof. We're not doing this. I'm not renting no little car. We're staying at the Marriott. That's your dreams, not mine. My husband is totally different,
Yeah.
But here it is. Yeah. It's crazy as it may sound. I will sacrifice all of that so that I can go and get the education that they have at the classes and also to build relationships as well as meet people that's like-minded like myself. So if it takes me to say, Kenya, a trip gonna cost me $300 round trip, including car and food, for me to be able to meet everybody, and when I come back, I have so much, I do
Mhm.
that. So that's what I try to tell people. Like, I can't
Well,
afford
yeah,
to go. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, because I can do it, and I don't have to do it, but I
you know,
just want to do
you
it.
and you can do it, and you can do it, and it may take you going the next year. Maybe you can't go. The world is opening back up, and there are events that are being scheduled, and all of that. So 2021 may not be your year, but you put on your list, jot them down, jot the plan down. You know what I'm saying? And don't just jot it, write it down. Write it down. And this is pick two. Pick two. Have options just in case one does not, pan out as, the way that you want it. But see how much the tickets are now. Of course, I understand that flights vary from day to day. I was gonna say month to month, but day to day. And like I said, just write it down. Write it down. And granted, you may not be able to make it 2021, but make that your plan for 2022. Like Kenya said, the Spin Awards is a great place to be, and if you can be a part of the artists that minister on those nights, great. If not, buy a ticket, be in the place, be prepared. So when you go into these venues now, make certain that you're not just walking up to anybody and be like, yo, this and that. I mean, we all know how to act for the most part, but take the opportunity to see who's there. If you stand around long enough, you'll start to see people who gravitate to people. You'll hear, names. You'll hear, oh, I might need to go see that person. But again, if you just stand back and watch when people walk through the door, I'm excited to see somebody that I haven't seen in 2 years. I didn't make it to the Spin Awards last year. I did win an award, but I wasn't there. The one year that I don't go, I actually win. But it is definitely my plan to be there this year. But again, networking is one of the things that will take you far in
Right,
this
right,
business. It's not even specific to a genre, just in this business and things like that. So being able to, one, know who you are, know what God has called you to do. You're walking in your purpose. If you need to, for some reason, reevaluate that, hey, reevaluate it. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. But I think if you make a plan, stick to it, and things that are for you will definitely come around. And if you're supposed to be at an award show, you're going to meet the people that you are supposed to meet. Now, let me put this caveat out there. Just because you meet someone at an award show does not mean that they're going to
doesn't mean
automatically play your
your music.
music, but it is the first step. It is the first step into just getting that one-on-one, introducing yourself, so when you do submit your music or whatever the case may be, they have some pre-knowledge, of who
Right, of
you
who you
are,
are.
and then they'll
Of who you
remember,
are.
oh, I met Kenya, I met Amber at the Spin Awards, or I met Amber at the Doves and things like that. So even without blue hair and green hair and all of this color hair that I had, it's just one of those things, especially for my personality. They all work together in most situations. So, again, I think it's always possible. And if you have to, put your coins together and scrape them up, do what you have to do, because you have to invest in yourself.
That's it. So Amber, listen, we want to thank you so much for coming on. I told you I don't hold people hostage over here because I know you busy. So listen, I
Yeah.
need everybody to tune in. Tell them
Oh, it's
how to
good.
reach you and
It's
how to
good.
watch you
It's good.
tomorrow morning. Can you
Yeah,
hear me,
definitely.
Amber?
So, Instagram. So let's go. Yes, I got you. So on Instagram, I am It's Me Amber Shaw. That's just my regular page. It's Me Amber Shaw. It's all one word. My business page is Amber Shaw ENTGRP. So it's Amber Shaw Entertainment Group, but for social media, it's all truncated. So it's Amber Shaw ENTGRP. And listen to me in the mornings, 12:30 KCOH.com. 1230 KCOH.com. You can click listen live and you are right there with me, just holding on to your phone, just having fun. And if you want to listen to my internet channel, it's thebridgeradio.online. Thebridgeradio.online. You can go to the website and sign up and become of all of that stuff that y'all do when y'all go to websites and things like that. You can register and all of that, but you can also listen to the station at thebridgeradio.online.
All right, Emma, put all that in the comments for me so that listeners can go back and check you out. So again, we want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. I got to bring you back. For a class so that we can go over radio servicing.
Yeah.
But put all that in the comments so that everybody can tune into your radio station. We love you over here at Keeping It Real in the Gospel, and we're going to do this again. I'll see you in Chicago.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Thank you so much. Be blessed, everybody, and have an amazingly new day.
All right. Listen, if y'all don't know Amber, y'all better get down, but that's Amber New Day. So listen, tonight I got Derek, he's on, but we got a couple church announcements that we want to do. I already done shouted out my virtual church, but I got a pastor that's coming on, and he's going to tell you about something he's doing. I want to know if he's going to do my van too. Are you going to do my van? Because my van, costs a lot.
How you doing, Kenya?
Hello, good evening, Pastor. So listen, you got a great event coming up this Sunday. I want to bring you on really quick. I know you're in Bible study, so really quick, tell us what you got going on.
Well, thank you so much for allowing me to come on and to share with your listeners this evening. On this coming Sunday, between the hours of 1 and 3, we, the St. John Missionary Baptist Church, will be doing a gas giveaway. This gas giveaway will be taking place at the Chevron gas station right on Boynton Beach Boulevard. Again, this is between the hours of 1 and 3. We're looking to be a blessing to 150 families on this coming Sunday. And so we have a certain amount of that we have allocated for each vehicle to be able to put some gas in your car so that you can make it to work on Monday. And just to let you know that we are not just back in the church, meaning the building, but we are back to being the church. And so we're excited for this opportunity to be able to pour into our community and to show the love of Christ through our actions.
All right. So listen, do you have the physical address for the gas giveaway?
Yes, I do. So again, it's in Boynton Beach, and the address is 10041 Enterprise Center Boulevard. Again, that's 10041 Enterprise Center Boulevard. Is right off of 95. If you're coming north, going north on 95, you want to make sure that you go west on Boynton, on both 95 going east. 95 going north and 95 going south. And
okay.
It's right over the bridge.
Okay, so listen, we want to thank you so much for joining us. I got to get you back, Reverend Dr. Javon T. Davis. I'm sorry, I did put in the notes. I said Pastor Javon Davis of St. John Missionary Baptist Church, which is conveniently located in Boynton Beach, Florida. He is back in services, guys. And this Sunday, guys, I need you guys to get over now. Can I bring the van? Because the van.
Sure. Bring the van.
All right, so we'll bring the van over to get a little gas so that we can get to work on Monday. So we want to thank you so much for coming in. Thank you. We appreciate you. And we hope to, like I said, go live so we can share it to make sure that everyone's coming out and appreciating the gas you're giving.
Absolutely. And thank you again for allowing us to share this with your listeners. And this is just the first of many other things to come.
All right. Well, the platform is always open for you, sir.
Thank you.
So listen, we got one more gentleman before we bring on Derek Stubbs, who's in Bahamas. He's going to tell you about his event he got coming up. Elder!
What's going on, everyone?
Elder.
Can you hear me?
Good evening, Elder. Yes, I can hear you. So listen, tell us about your Night of Hope, which is June 26th. Tell us a little bit about the Night of Hope.
So June 26th at about 7 p.m., doing a virtual concert celebrating 15 years of ministry, both preaching and singing. And you know, God has just been so good to me down through the years. And I've never really done a concert for as much as I do in Palm Beach, and for as much as I've sung and preached. I ain't never doing nothing for myself. This is my first joint, y'all. So I'm so excited. You know, I have a great band, great singers. I'm just gonna be doing songs that I normally do. You see the flyer right there. I'm gonna be doing songs that I normally do. And although it's a night of hope, I'm praying it's a night of inspiration. Hope is another formal word for him, inspiration. And I hope that whatever is being sung or said will inspire a person that's watching to either get closer to God or to go back to God, or whatever the case, to just to believe again, to just trust God again. So that's why I labeled it Night of Hope. And again, it's the 7th. It's at 7 p.m. It's on the 26th of this month, which is a Saturday. Look, it's going to be a great, great, great virtual concert. It's going to be streaming on Facebook, and yeah, so I'm excited. Please be praying for me and my nerves, because this is the first time that I'm doing something with my name on it. You know, normally I'm just the guy that said, hey, you know, I'm normally told, hey, I need you to show up here to do X, Y, and Z. But now I'm the guy. So, you know, just pray for me. Thank you, Kenya, so much for allowing me this opportunity just to go ahead and promote right here, just right there. See that flyer right there? Boom. Virtual concert. It's going to be awesome. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be great.
And you know I'm gonna be in your inbox saying, "Well, I don't see the flyer. I don't see the flyer. What do you?"
I know. There. Listen, I received a call today. Another monumental thing. Like, God is just opening doors, and I'm so grateful. I'm gonna be singing 5 to 7 minutes, a song and a half, basically, at the Red Teeth inaugural celebration they're having. The Sickle Cell Foundation of Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast is teaming up with the Village of Wellington, and they're doing their inaugural like Red Teeth celebration, which is bringing awareness to sickle cell and also celebrating Juneteenth. So that is a major thing for me as well. If you're listening to this and you're anywhere near Palm Beach County, Treasure Coast, listen, the Village of Wellington is where it's going to be on the 19th of June, which is the week prior to the virtual concert. It's free. Y'all heard what I say? It's free. They're going to have all kind of stuff out there for the kids. It's a family event. And, you know, I'm just grateful for what God is doing in my life right now. And I'm just, you know, I'm lost for words.
All right. Well, listen, we're gonna do now. I am hosting an event. Well, I'm not hosting it, but my church is doing an event. But if you see me pop in with my headphones on, that's because I wanted to support you and make sure that we are supporting you. And again,
Absolutely.
we love you up here at Keep It Real in the Gospel.
Thank you so much.
And you call us if you need us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kenya. I appreciate you, sis.
All right. Good night. So listen, now we're going to go to the Bahamas. Mr. Stubbs have been in the background waiting for quite some time. We were having technical difficulties, but look at God. We got him in. We got him in. So listen, let me also go here and show you guys. Amber Shaw put all her information in. Listen, this is important for all artists and up and coming artists. I am showing you guys radio personalities so that you guys can watch her and send her your music and y'all better get it. Y'all better catch it. Y'all ain't catching it. Y'all ain't catching it. So listen, everybody that's on, I need you to do me a favor. The Lunch on Me code is hashtag exposure. The Lunch on Me code is hashtag exposure, courtesy of Keeping It Real in the Gospel. Well, it's actually KCW Multimedia Group. Lunch on Me code is hashtag exposure. We will do a drawing at the end of the night for the winner. Without further ado, because he's been backstage waiting all night. Sir, can you hear me? Let me see. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Loud and clear.
Listen, you're coming live from the Bahamas.
I'm right? Trying to. Okay, good. Yeah. So, the beautiful Bahamas, the sunny Bahamas.
The sunny Bahamas.
Yes.
So they always say it's better in the Bahamas, right?
And it still is, in spite of all that we've been through, all the hurricanes and all of that stuff. It is still better in the Bahamas. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Listen. So I'm gonna tell y'all this, right? Derek has been trying to get me to the Bahamas for years. I need you to come over. I'm like, oh my God. And I'll be honest with y'all. I keep making up excuses on why I can't come. He does like you do your cruise, right? You do the cruise still is.
I work with cruises. I never did my own cruise, but you have about 5 different crews that come to the island that I coordinate for them once they get here locally. And I would have been doing my conference, Gospel Music Fellowship Conference. And of course, persons just come in how they can for that. Yeah.
So I just want to just tell you guys that again, they're putting up the Bahamian flag. They put up the Bahamian flag for you.
Some
I
people,
can't.
that's how Bahamians are. We love the Bahamas. Yeah, we love the Bahamas. And you know why? You know, like I told persons, and that's the reason why I'm trying so hard to get you here. Because I feel that once you come to the Bahamas, you would have just a little bit, a taste of what heaven is like. And so I admonish all to come here, because this is the next place to heaven. This is like heaven's waiting room. Yeah. And so you need to come. I really thought that you would have considered coming on for your honeymoon. But you didn't.
But we haven't had a honeymoon yet. So we actually haven't had a honeymoon because of we got married just like that, and then there was the COVID, and he wasn't traveling, and he's like whatever. So we may have to work on that for our 1 year anniversary, because I did tell him I want to go to the Bahamas. Okay, so Cat Island Rose, and that's Bahama finest. She said, let her know she'll drive me around. So I got to get over to the Bahamas. I love when I watch your conference. I love when I watch your show. So tell us a little bit about what you do, because I don't think a lot of people know what goes on. You guys have so many different things going on as far as the gospel industry, till they don't know. So let us know what goes on in the Bahamas in the gospel industry.
Well, let me tell you something. People come here sometime and they're a little amazed, because they really wanted something that's totally different from America. In many cases, we're not. We're just that close. It's so funny, because today I was looking at some posts that Ricky Smiley posted on his page, right? And apparently he comes to Bimini Island every weekend, just 4 hours from Florida, and he comes over every weekend. You understand me? That's the kind of things that we have, and the privilege of celebrating here in the Bahamas. I tell people we are global, and we are global because persons come here from all over the world. The advantage to being in the Bahamas too for us is we get to see celebrities that Americans don't see. We get to know celebrities that Americans don't even know. If I tell you some of the persons that are my friends that I met when they just visited the Bahamas, case in point, Ralph Carter. Do you remember the name Ralph Carter? Good Times. The young boy on Good Times. Good Times. JJ, Thelma, Ralph.
Michael.
I met Ralph here in the Bahamas. Okay?
Oh.
And yeah, I just heard from him again. And watch it. That was like 15 years ago. We met. Just heard from him maybe about 2 months ago. So we still hear from each other. But that's the advantage that we have in being in the Bahamas. And then what happens? There are even videos here around that surface where Shaquille O'Neal was just riding around all through town on a bicycle. And I'm not even like a tourist, He's just riding around through the neighborhoods and in the barbershops, just hanging out. So we get that in the Bahamas. You see, there's just so many reasons why. There's so many reasons why, Kenya, you need to come to the Bahamas, man. I mean, Miami is nice. Yes, you have some sunshine. But the sun doesn't shine like it does in the Bahamas. You have the water, but the water is not clear as that of the water in the Bahamas. You have sand, but your sand is not as white as the sand in the Bahamas, or even as pink as the sand in Eleuthera. You understand me? And then you have people, but your people are not as nice as the people in the Bahamas. Kenya, you need to come to the Bahamas.
Now listen. So Island Glory TV.
Yes.
Now you are a video personality on Island Glory, right?
Yes.
Okay, so my question is, I know, and then when I log in, you say, "Oh, you should be here." I'm like, "Oh my God, is that the only thing you say to me, Derek?" So when you do the conference and all the gospel singers are there, What city is that in? You call it
Freeport.
cities, right?
That's in
So you're in
Freeport.
Free.
Yes.
Okay, so here it is. You're on Freeport, Bahamas, and is that a cruise that comes in, or do everyone come in on their own and they just do the couple
They come in on
days?
own. They come in on own. A lot of persons in Florida, even persons from further up, will choose the cruise because the cruise are really nice and very inexpensive. So for instance, if you're like, let's say, even Atlanta, I would have had folks that I think the Wright family singers, they always come and support me. I don't even remember where they're from, but they would drive down to Florida. No, the last time they flew in, but most times they drive down to Florida and then they would just cruise over because you get the best deals through the cruises, you know?
Right, because that's how I came to Bahamas the first time. A couple years back, I came to Bahamas through the Princess cruise, and we spent the day. And so that's how the first time I came to the Bahamas. And I was like, I wonder what Derek had, but it was like, you don't have that allocated time to be on the shore, so I couldn't hit you up. But
Okay,
are you guys
right,
doing the conference this
right.
year? I know that I was supposed to come with the Gin because you are a member of the Gin, the Gospel Industry Network, correct? Can you hear me? Did I lose you, Derek? I think I lost him. Hello? Did I lose him? Hold on. Take him out and put him back in. Hello, are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, so he can't hear me. Let me work this out. Let me get y'all a little good commercial going through here. So until we get him back in, so let me fix his sound. And until then, y'all check on this.
That's all you gotta do. Rangers, you already know what time it is. Come on, Zion. You're in a new place. It's a brand new year. After you get to a new place. Shine. Jump in. Don't fear, for I'm with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will hold you with my right hand. Don't worry about it. I got your back. Don't worry about it. Do not fear. I'll take care of you. Just jump in. Jump in. Jump in. I said jump in. Jump in. Jump in. Jump in. You better grab somebody's hand and tell them, jump in. Jump in. Jump in. Don't
That's the kind of church you get your church fan for. Even though you got good AC, you have to get your church fan to be like, jump. So listen, I want to thank y'all so much for joining me tonight. We have David says out of the Grand Bahamas, Freeport, Grand Bahamas. It is. Thank you, Cat Island Rose, for narrating for me because she is Cat Island. I learned that Cat Island is a city over in the Great Bahamas. Let me make sure we can hear her. Can you hear? I think we can. You hear me now, Derek? Can you hear me? So we still have it. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let's see if we can get Derek back. So he muted his mic. You got to unmute your mic. All right. So while we getting him to work on his thing, let me communicate via the inbox and let him know that he got his mic muted. Um, Again, we want to thank everybody. So listen, all the gospel artists that are logged on tonight, all the gospel artists that are logged on tonight, and everybody that's logged in that's hanging out with me, I need you guys to go onto Lunch on Me code. It's hashtag exposure lunch on me. Go head over there and use the code lunch on me. And I am giving away lunch on me. Now it's not going to buy y'all Red Lobster, but it will buy y'all a meal. It will buy y'all a meal. So it will buy y'all a meal. So lunch on me code tonight is exposure because that is what I am screaming. That is what I am screaming. Like Miss Mary say, streaming. I am screaming lunch on me. So again, real quick while we working on those technical difficulties, trying to get my friend back in. Let's see if we got him back. Can you hear me now? Okay, so he can't hear me on his end. I can hear him, and he can't hear
I
me.
can.
Okay,
I
so you
can.
got it. All right, so you got it. So listen. The
I
I
got.
again for many
I got
years
you.
I've watched your conference, right? I've watched the conference that you have. I think it's what a
Yes.
couple, it's 3 days, right? So are we doing that this year? Is that something that you guys are doing? You know, I know that the hurricane year you guys didn't do it, and then the pandemic, and are we coming back to the conference this year? All right, so I lost him again. Y'all got to know that he's over in the Bahamas. He's across the water over there in the pretty waters. So the internet may be a little different. So can you hear me? I think I'm going in and out. Hello? All right, so he's experiencing difficulties over in the Bahamas. So what we want to do is listen. I want to let y'all know about any artist that is on with me tonight. Any artist that is on with me tonight. Listen, this is his name is Derek Huggins, right? Derek Huggins, and he has the indie help desk. He has the indie help desk, and the indie help desk is designed to help independent artists to grow and basically get themselves out. If you are a gospel artist that is trying to um, grow your brand, grow your music, you will submit your music so that it can kind of be critiqued, it can kind of be listened to. And listen, I need you guys to go over to the indie help desk to get more information from this young gentleman. It is the indie help desk, indie artist help desk. If you are an independent artist, listen to me. It is listened by everyone in the industry, the who's who in the industry, and he's on every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. So I know that you guys are listening to me over at Hot Topics, but segue over, listen to me in the replays, share your time, and as an artist, go over and listen to the indie help desk because it will help you. So again, while we're here, we want to just talk about the Gospel Industry Network. It is August the 19th to the 21st, 2021 in Chicago, Illinois. You heard me, myself, and Amber talk about the Gospel Industry Network. Also, Derek Stubbs is also a member of the GIN. We are meeting for the inaugural industry networking event of the GIN in Chicago, August the 19th to the 21st. It is a day of packed fun. So if you have not, just listen, save your money. I tell people all the time, right now, Priceline is selling tickets for almost $30. Go in right now, get your tickets to Chicago and get your room. Be like me, just get a room at Red Roof, and y'all, God bless you. And eat peanut butter and jelly like me. Yeah. I save a whole lot of money by just going to the grocery store when I get in town. I save a whole lot of money by going to the grocery store when I get in town. So listen, I just we're having technical difficulties with Derek, but I just want to let you know I want to invite you guys to New Jerusalem Church of God in Christ. Remembering the legacy of our pastor, which is Elder Herbert L. Young. We're remembering the legacy Saturday, June 26, 2021. It will be at the Greater Ridley Temple Fellowship Hall at 102 Southwest 12th Avenue in the great city of Delray Beach. Again, remembering the legacy. It is Saturday, June 26, 2021. It will be held at Greater Ridley Temple. They do have a fellowship hall, and you can come out, hang out with us and the doorkeeper, New Jerusalem Church of God in Christ. I will be streaming live as well, starting at 6 p.m. I will be streaming live on all my platforms, so you can tune in. If you're not in the area, you can tune in. So we want to invite you to that. Also, we want to invite you to Church the Way I Remember. Church the Way I Remember is August the 7th. That is Elder Darius Harris. Anybody know Darius? Darius know he is radical for Christ. He is radical When I tell you radical, he's radical for Christ. So we want to invite you to join in for these events. And I want to thank everybody who tuned in tonight. That I decided to mix everything up tonight with church check-in and announcements, as well as we just tried something different. We tried something different tonight. I wanted to bring you guys just a little bit of church check-in and announcements. We do this every other Saturday at 9 a.m. So if you want to check in your church, check in your organization, check in what you got going on, you can contact me, inbox me, or we can bring you in, like you saw the gentleman coming tonight to just check in your church, what you got going on. We just want to show support and we want to provide exposure. So listen, I'm having problems with Derek and his system. It's not connecting, but at 8 o'clock I got to get off because we got to jump onto another line. So listen, we're going to bring him back when we're able to give a whole hour because we want to hear all about the Bahamas, and maybe we can get him to give us a tour. I got to get over to the Bahamas. I got to get a stamp on my passport to get over to the Bahamas. Again, we are experiencing technical difficulties. He's here, but it's stated that it's not connecting. So I don't want to hold you up. So Roberto Taylor, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I'm giving everybody an opportunity now to put exposure in the link. I'm going to run my commercial just to give you guys a little bit more time to put exposure in the link. Okay, before I go, wait. So Delray Community Missionary Baptist Church, Delray Community Missionary Baptist Church, Southwest 5th Avenue in Delray Beach, Florida. They are hosting a Kids Day. Remember, on Sunday they said it's National Children's Day. National Children's Day. So Delray Community Missionary Baptist Church will be hosting their Children's Day this Sunday at 1 p.m. I hope that's the right time. If not, I'll share something. 1 p.m. the Children's Day. We're going to basically, I can't tell I'm going to attend because I am doing an actual shutdown. I'm doing a virtual shutdown of me from tonight to Monday. So I can't tell you I'm going to be there, but I am there in love and into strength. Sometimes the body has to tell you, can you, you done ran it enough, you got to get some rest. So I want to send a shout out to everybody who's having events this weekend. If I don't show my face, I still love you. It's just that I have to get some rest. She got to rest. So again, Derek Stubbs is in the back, but his cameras and his stuff is giving us technical difficulties. So we will bring him back, even if it's a Saturday or Sunday, so that you guys can hear more about what they have going on. And without further ado, let me do this. We are going to do the share. So let me, hold on. All right. So as you knew, the code word was exposure. We got 6 entries tonight. And we're going to do a draw. All right, so Cat Island Rose. Cat Island Rose is the winner of tonight's show. Cat Island Rose, send me your cash app. Send me your cash app so that we can go ahead and send you a token of love. We'll buy lunch tomorrow. Cat Island Rose, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Listen, Derek, if you can hear me, because I see him still there. If you can hear me, we're going to bring you back and we're going to do a tour of the Bahamas right here on Keep It Real in the Gospel. We're going to do a virtual tour so that you can show us the highlighted places. Again, congratulations, Cat Island Rose. Please send me your, please send me your cash app. Okay, there it is. Your cash app so that we can bless you. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. It's been a wonderful night. I want to thank you all so much. Listen, tune in next week. We got a great show for you next week, as well as tune in. Michael Lee say, "No, do another spin. That thing is." Michael, you saw it. Really, go back. You saw your name pop up. Tune in Tuesday night. We're doing another drawing. Tune in Tuesday night. We got a great show for you. And tune in Thursday. And again, I'll be shutting it down. You guys will see me on Facebook, but I am shutting it down this weekend. The body needs some rest to recuperate and also work on some things with the show and better the show and do some flipping and things. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in with me tonight. I love you. Cat Alley Rose, again, congratulations on winning. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we're going to get a tour of the Bahamas. We're going to get Derek Stubbs to actually take us on the tour right here on Keeping It Real in the Gospel. We're going to just have him go outside on a Sunday afternoon or a Saturday afternoon, and he's going to tour Bahamas and show us the spots. Good night, guys. I got to go, but I love you.